Testing. Testing the audio as I start to join a leveling experience because I want to get my Dragoon up to the next level so I can do the main Dragoon quest. Okay, I am officially live. Hello, Internet. I apologize for the delay between this and my last stream. I have been very tired and I'm still adapting to new things at work. But it is still patch 1.2. Or is it? No, it's 7.2. I'm going to say 1.2. But yes, the new patch is still here. And I am still here as well. So now I am running in circles because I wish to continue with my Dragoon quest. And I wish to continue a little bit with the main quest. Mainly because I don't want to start a new quest quite yet. Whee! But I am still here, and I am waiting and waiting for things to happen. Alright. Oh, there's a quest over here? Oh, that's right, that's just a level 50 dungeon. Can't do that quite yet with my Lancer. Sorry, with my Dragoon, so I'm gonna hold off on that for now. My goal today is to complete the Dragoon, to get my Dragoon up a level, so that way I can do the next Dragoon quest and maybe get some fancy Dragoon armor. And then after that, I shall continue with the main story, where there was mention of a rebellion in the last chapter. Or was it Revolution? I think it was Revolution. And in the meantime... Actually, in the meantime, do I still have hunting quests to do? Yes, I do. So let's head to the East Shroud and do some hunting quests and see if I can get a level through that before I have to go through a dungeon. Excuse me. And someone has a... Okay, what were the quests again? Marlborough and the third cohort, Sigfire. Okay, those are both in the, area. I don't actually know if I can fight Odin yet. I haven't found the quest for him. Oh, I know, yes I do. Sorry, my brain's a little slow today. I had a very long day at work, because yes, I work weekends. And also, hello Rose! Sorry if I wasn't on the last few days. Still adapting to changing from night shift to day shift. Yes. It's Odin. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to fight Odin anyway, since I'm pretty sure no one would join me. Yeah. Whee! Just need to try and get one more level, that way I can do the next Dragoon quest and get Dragoon armor as well, which is probably going to be another quest. Nope, I just talked two of them. Ah, bad breath. I still can't believe that these things were the first boss you fought in Final Fantasy XIV. Granted, it was a very, like, tame version of a Marlborough, but still, it's just sort of like, why? I feel like having the first boss be a Tomberry. Actually, I should probably not say anything, because I might just give the developers ideas to try and do that for their next game. Be gone! Come and fight me! Doink. Oh. You aren't on my list, but you attacked me, so I'm guessing I'm gonna fight you. Nope, that was the wrong button. Lucky I didn't piss off another enemy with that. Okay, I'm number 18th in line. Whee! Oh, now number 16th in line. That's nice. Alright, let's go see if I can find 2 Imperial soldiers to kick the butts of. The hunting quest for these lower level enemies was probably much higher in other, not in other things, in like the earlier parts of the game, because then there were a lot more people who wanted to do it, who wanted to do them. These guys aren't it. I don't see any hunting icons over there. Attack! Stop just standing there. Am I in the right place for this next hunting log? Let me check. Looks cool. There we go. Getting all the controls mixed up. I think a lot of people know what went wrong with the 1.0 version. If I remember correctly, it was way too high of graphics, way too bare bones gameplay, not great quests, and a whole bunch of other issues. Which is why they decided, you know what? Even if we could fix it through patches, it would never be the same, so the best thing that we can do is just to blow everything up and basically, quote-unquote, start again. One thing I've learned about Square Enix from watching people over the years is that while Square Enix most definitely has a very nasty habit of landing flat on their face, they also seem to be very good at recovering from falling flat on their face. Usually. I mean, Final Fantasy XIV they completely fixed. Final Fantasy XV was kind of underwhelming at launch as well, and they fixed that. And I guess that element of surprise. Come on. Should not be stunned for that long. You just get a few hundred more experience. I can move on without doing it. There we go. And with that done, I can call off the daily level grinding and just go and do the next dungeon quest, which is known as Double Dragoon. The names and the puns. Whee! Gliding through the air with the greatest of ease. Do. Hey, Albrecht. Albrecht is waiting my arrival. Pick up what time you are. A message arrived from Einstein but moments ago, much to my astonishment. He would trade words with us and bids us to meet him at Boulder Downs. As of his true intentions, I cannot say. It may well be a trap, but we must go nonetheless. I trust I can count on your company. Yes, you can. Wrong button. I think maybe I've been playing too much Atomfall. I keep getting the buttons mixed up. I'd like to be able to repair that airship. Wonder if that's one of the ones that Bahamut obliterated. Alright, time for a duel. Ooh, I like the red crystals in this area. What on earth is that thing down there? It's very out of place. Oh, I guess not a duty after all. Why are we waiting on this precipice? This just seems like a bad idea. Oh, okay. Greetings, Master. It has been too long. Einstein, end this folly at once. You must know that each second the eye of passes outside Ishkar's walls brings us closer to a repeat of the tragedy that 20 summers past. Surrender yourself in the eye and return with me to Ishkar before it's too late. But it's already too late, Master, for you see Nihag has already awakened. What? Hear me, Master. You have mistaken the cause of the dragon's return. The eye is not to blame. Premonition came to me by virtue of the dragon within, warning me that the great worm will soon rouse. Even as he slumbered, Nihag seethed with the irrepressible rancor for the wound of 20 years ago. The rancor will send him flying at a speeding arrow to Ishkar, whereupon death and devastation will ensue. But there is a possible solution. Were the eye taken to a remote land far from the Holy See, then and only then could destruction be averted and the lives of the innocent Ishgard be spared. You mean to take a bait of yourself? Nay, there's more than this you let on. You seek vengeance for Ferndale. To me, the two are one and the same. You know my past better than anyone else. It was for no other reason than to avenge my family that I became a Dragoon. Dragoons long outlive men and do not soon forget the wrongs done them. What grudge they harbor burns as a fire in their hearts, over time swelling into an unquenchable inferno. You need only look back in history to see that Nihal grows stronger with each awakening. When last he darkened our skies, the great worm came within a hair's breadth of laying waste Ishgard. Not short of death will prevent him from completing his mission when he next awakes. He took everything from me, and now I shall take everything from him, even if it means my life. That works in ways men can ill comprehend, but this much is plain. In choosing two Azor dragons in one generation, it means for us to join together in a common cause. Adventurer, you have heard my resolutions. Now I ask that you lend me your power, the power of the dragon. In the long and proud history of Ishgard, never before have two Azor Dragoons arisen in the same era to fight as one. This is our best, nay, only chance to send the great worm to eternal slumber. Behold my armor. This is the Drake mail forged in lifeblood of the Dragoon. As blood calls to blood, so too does the armor call to the Dragoon within, redoubling the wearer's strength thereby. If you would realize your potential as a Azor Dragoon, you must needs clad yourself in the same. But so you will inherit the technique passed from Azora Dragoon to Azora Dragoon down through the generations. Then and only then will your training be complete. First, you must win Drakenmail as I and Sir Alec did before you by proving yourself worthy in the ultimate trial of the Azure. A series of battles so harrowing as to send the unworthy to an early demise. Master, once this adventure requires the armor, pray to it that he learns to harness the powers of the dragon in full. Instant wait. Save your worries, I don't need to make myself easy prey for dragons. I take my leave of you. Oh, I thought I was gonna like jump into the sky again and just be like, bye bye! Okay. Interesting to know that there's more going on. I assumed as much, but... Ooh, pretty moon. Hopefully this one won't try to kill us all by hiding a dragon. I have a Fluttershy, yes I do. Steen. Forgive me, I was deep in thought. Now then, to acquire the armor within Jean spoke. At first, with my intention to bequeath mine own armor to you, I am Azar Dragoon no longer, and its powers are wasted on me. It would be simple enough to hand it over to you and complete your training right here and now. But if it is designed instead, the dragon armor is not only a set of mail. Your strength derives from the dragon blood whence it came, the blood's power resonating with the soul of the wearer. Though I can no longer draw upon my own armor's power, its bond to me was forged years ago. Were I to bestow it on you now, I fear it would offer but a scintilla of protection that afforded me in the bygone days. I assume with the right of it, you must claim your armor as he and I did before you. You must complete the trial of the Azure, and the power of the dragon blood will be yours and yours alone. The Org's belly will be where your final test begins. I shall dispatch Sir Vermouth there, seek him out upon your arrival. Oh, am I not going to have to travel across the country in search of 4 pieces of armor again? Or am I going to have to do that just in sequential order this time? At least my wolf will have fun music to listen to as I fly to my doom. Growing strong since we last met, adventurer, but your pound comparison with your Zora forebears. If you're proving wrong, let your lance do the talking. Unspeaking Swordsman. Big on. Resonates with the armor. Okay, there we go. It's gonna eventually prove yourself worthy beyond expectations. Take this, but no, trial's only just begun. Next challenge lies in the chamber beyond. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do all 4, but I don't have to run all across the country this time. Nope, recommended gear. Ooh, I like this Helder helmet though, very nice. Foreigner would don the armor, then prove that it will not do us dishonor. Okay, what am I fighting? Oh, there it is. Giant captive. Be gone! I love how the question blocks are hidden above their heads. Chosen appears but true. The armor is yours. Wear it with pride and honor. The trial is not complete, but be forewarned. Many before you have made it this far only to fall at the final challenge. Do not let overconfidence be your downfall. Okay! Ooh, fancy gloves. Fancy gloves and fancy pants. And if this is the final one, does that mean I now get the fancy boots or the fancy hat? Far, prove yourself as Zora or die for the effort. Gaius Captain. Let's lure him away from all the other enemies so I'm not fighting like 4 things at once. I don't want to die in the trial again just because a whole bunch of other enemies decided, oh, wait, hey, can we fight too? Can we fight too? Huh? I already had that happen in one battle. I don't need it happening in another. Blur. You have demonstrated your powers beyond the doubt. There is not an Ishgard who would gainsay your right to don the armor of dragons. Send word ahead to Salt Rock that you have passed your trials here. He will present you the 4th piece of armor and consummate your training. Now go, my fellow Dragoon, and deliver this land from the Great Worm's wrath. Oh, I got pants! Oh wow, those are some fancy looking Dragoon pants. Onward, Fluttershy! The tree. Hear from Terberga that you performed most impressively. Yes, I stand more convinced than ever that you will be the one to save our lands. Be warned, Aura, one last trial awaits you. You will face this trial in the presence of not Knight, but of Ghost. Make your way towards the Steel Vigil and seek out a gravestone north and west of the structure. Take with you this flute, and when you reach your destination, blow a single strong note. A visitor shall soon arrive. Entertain your guest, and you should leave behind a present. Return it here to me. Okay, this is probably going to get me the helmet, which will then leave the chest piece for when I complete the final mission of level 50. Oh wow, I have to really go far. And I'm not going to be able to fly over this, I don't think. Yep. I'm going to have to make my way around. Yep. At least the music is peaceful. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong place. It's on the mostly right direction, but wrong place. I still have it's like, oh yes, you cannot cross this gate. Meanwhile, I could just fly behind the gate and go to Ishgard on my own, but it doesn't let me. stupid mountain. At least I have some nice music as I dramatically sit in my chair. So much for a ghost. Would have loved to have just been sort of like a see-through Dragoon. Hang on! I got a bone! What can I say? I'm boned. Ba-dum-tsh. Whee! Doink. Hello! Friends of Roaming 18th, you've seen to the visitor. Have you ought to show for your deed? Yes, here's a horn and a bone. Or sorry, the flute and a bone. Ah, the skull of Greywine, an old warrior of the Dragonian horde. It said that in ages past he could bring down the castle with a single breath. His strength has dwindled since those days, but a dragon past his prime is a formidable foe. Nonetheless, slaying him, you have proven you're worthy of this. Now possess 4 pieces of the armor that unstained myself and our forebears did wear. Without was wonder about the 5th, I can tell you only it is not mine to give. Fear not, however, your triumphs in these trials, and against a dragon of the horde, give evidence that Draken blood now resonates with yours. Yes, you stand before me as prepared for your ultimate challenge as any could be. Yet, before we proceed, I would hear from your own lips. The Great Worm's power is the stuff of legends. Have you truly resolved to fight this battle, to risk your own life to deliver a foreign land from the clutches of its ancient foe? Where you are certain that your mind is settled, return and speak to me. Oh, I can do it already. Yeah, there's no way it's going to be that easy. Ooh, I have a fancy helm. And I have to say, I look kind of ridiculous only wearing part of the Dragoon armor and not the chest piece. Though I will say the pieces I do have, very nice, very cool. Alright, let's see about fighting this dragon. Winged Glide. Rush to a targeted enemy's location, cannot be executed while bound. I feel like almost every Lancer ability cannot be executed while bound. Oh, I feel really bad for the people that tried to fight that one boss in the main story as a Dragoon, like the military general guy, because in the final part of the battle, he does bind you, meaning a lot of their abilities would have been useless. So by doing your strength with his, that Ishkar might be free of the rage of the Great Worm forevermore. You shall honor my promise, you shall have the full use of your powers by the time we are done. Before I begin, there's something I must needs confess. You will recall the tale of my battle with Nihog 20 years past. How proud the Dragoon left me on account of my injuries I sustained. What I said was an untruth. The power did not abandon me, or it was I who abandoned it. Being derived from immortal enemies, the power of the Azor Dragoon is a double-edged sword. Even as it lends us the strength we need to smite dragons, it heightens our communion with the creatures, rendering our minds more susceptible to their seduction than ordinary man. Oh, that does make sense. Even as I buried my lance in his flesh, our gazes locked, and mine eyes met with the look that would fair impale a man. In an instant, I found myself assailed by a torrent of emotions not my own. Sorrow, rancor, pity, they threatened to drown a man in me and leave behind a dragon. Fearing that I might turn traitor, I chose to purge myself of the power that the eye had bestowed upon me. Thus, regaining lucidity, I was able to rout the grievously wounded Nidhogg. Alas, countless of his brethren yet remained. As if to mock me, they fell upon Ferndale in a vengeance. Bereft of my powers, it was all I could do to save but one child. Nary a soul knows of this, nay, not even Instant, but I can keep him in the dark no longer. At our last meeting, he said that protecting Ishgard and exacting revenge on Nidhogg are as one to him. That frame of mind, I fear, will lead to his demise. The desire to protect and desire to avenge are opposing forces that can ill be reconciled. Worse, the latter serves only to cloud his sense of self. The next Ensign and I meet, I need to confess all, though it means the loss of his good opinion. The outcome of the coming battle and his very life may well depend upon his readiness to relinquish his powers. Ah, yes. Never allow yourself to forget the origin of your strength. Ever does the dragon lurk behind your eyes, biding its time, ready to claim you for its own. Aught less than complete conviction, and you will find yourself in its vice-like clutches. So forewarned, let us return to our present endeavor. I promised to Instant that I would impart unto you the teachings that will mark you as a true dragon. If you would know the truth, however, this knowledge is not within my power to bestow. No, you must claim the technique much as you claim the fourth piece of armor you bear, by proving yourself in battle with dragons whose power you would unite with your own. I entrust you with this flute once more. Take it to the southwest of Providence Point and blow a note. By locking wills with your adversary and prevailing, you will prove yourself worthy to champion the cause which your rights have sworn. The dragon within you shall then awaken. Whee! Am I just going back to where I... Okay, now. I'm going a little bit lower. Oh, I love how that quest name is called Fatal Seduction. Just sounds like the one quest in Fallout New Vegas where if you're a female character with a certain perk, you have a chance to sleep with the guy who shot you in the head at the start of the game and then murder him in his sleep. Alright. The power of the flute compels me. Doink! Kick. Yeet. Be gone! Dragons within stirs. Speaking of dragons, actually, I wonder if any of the Ishgardian quests are actually going to get me dragon mounts. It's going to take a while to figure out. After all, I'm not even close to Heaven's Ward, I don't think. Actually, I have no idea how far away I am from Heaven's Ward. Turn. Take engagement unfavorably. Yep, here's your flute. This place a man are, but you return as a dragon. There is no more need for me to teach you. From here, your battle is yours and yours alone. I might recall saying the fifth and final piece of dragon armor was not mine to give. However, that is not wholly true. I could guide you in the direction of that which you seek. That said, I yet have reservations. The sheer power of the dragon housed within is such that a great many of your Azora forebears, myself among them, have proven hopelessly incapable of wielding it. But I do not doubt what I see. I within you awaken the strength that forever eluded the likes of me. If you are not worthy of wearing the armor, then I know none who are. Remember my warning to your aura, and heed it well. Nidhogg is the lord among his kind. Aught less than complete conviction, and you will surely fall under his thrall. Before you can master your foe, you must needs master yourself. Hone your lance till it can bear no further honing, then present yourself to me. When the time comes, I will tell you what you need to know. Forward to our next meeting, my young Dragoon. I look so ridiculous without the chess piece. Right then, I'm gonna go try this out because if I'm correct, this gliding attack followed by the leaping back attack are going to be very good in contrast, in concord with each other. Oh yeah. Got it. So first you leap away, then you use the other attack to jump back. Good to know. Alright. Next, the Great Divide is the next quest we shall begin. What will happen with this rebellion that Mr. Needs to be Punted was talking about. Or actually, it was the guy that seemed friendlier at first, but now might need to be punted. And now, since I'm going back to the main quest, I am a gentleman with a piece of Titan randomly strapped to my back because reasons. Boing, boing, boing. The Rising Stones. Not to be confused with the Tripping Water. If Angel was here, I could just hear her going, "What?" Oh, fancy earrings. Fear thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students of Baldison. Friends, the very old self, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Ranger will send word if there's any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which had been previously attributed to good King Mughal Mog the 12th. Okay. The king is no more than a blessing for which we have you to thank. Or the king is no more. And all is not well in the 12's wood. The latest ratings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Ramu? Isn't he still around? He used to say the mere possibility warrants immediate investigations, and I would have you... Oh, yes? I don't wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? Bands of refugees hailing from Ulda this time are coming to Revenant's toll seeking asylum. It seems they expect us to affront them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven waiting for a formal response. See, my hat was supposed to be expected. She'll meet with them at once. Yeah, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what would happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. This is going to be a problem. Laura should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Yep, I can help out. Don't worry, a gentleman always assists a lady. Plus the fact that I'm kind of helped bring the other refugees here. Kind of my fault that this is going to become a running gag problem, I'm sure, at least for a little bit. But at least I know what is probably going to be the focus of this chapter, if not the rebellion. Boing. Hello? Hello. Keeping you waiting with them few, and I lead the signs of the seventh dawn. We praise it is you. Running away to work, the same as it don't much, just give us a task, we'll see it done. Why do you calm yourselves? I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Alright, see, it's not so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the ones what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as won't sully his soul sooner than his palms, then he wrote. Oh, so there's only, like, shady work to find. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. It's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up, they climbed on our backs. Yeah, that's not surprising. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run, the only question was where, and that's what came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took the foreigners, didn't you? Sure you do the same for us. The situation is rather more complicated. While it's true that we accepted Dillman's penchant for aid, the decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. Sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand it's not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have affected by the calamity. It's a great regret that I must deny your request. Nowhere else to go. You're turning our back on us. If I might have a word. Oh, yes, Tataru? Is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphanud's been wounded. What? What? How? Is it serious? Cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. What? Can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us all up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Senator, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we got. My lady. We're not one to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. The authorities determine refugees attacked without provocations, and the responsible will have to answer for their actions. Maybe so blind. Find Alphanod and quickly. If he's in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Yada and Palma will see to it. Alphanod is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry! So that must have been what the guy was trying to instigate, the riots. But then the question is, was he doing it because he wanted the refugees to be able to start a rebellion, or because he wanted to basically cut down on the number of refugees that were causing problems? It's saying, I'm under a man, doing whatever, I'm under a can. Ironic that they're playing dead in the middle of the street while the story supposedly says, oh yeah, riots were just recently happening. Meanwhile, the city looks exactly the same. I can understand now. I mean, if you made it like look different for every person depending on what was going on. Alphanad. You alright?
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident.
Oh boy.
There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
I don't know if I agree with that.
To an Ul'dah, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence.
The little grin on that face.
So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'Dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
Yeah, that's a problem, and I don't approve.
Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight.
Well, then take some money from the wealthy people and, like, make new jobs, rebuild the city, expand the city even.
This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off too.
The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence.
Still think that someone provoked it.
That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to solve this problem. And why not? Desperate times. What before was all but inevitable. The incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe this particular riot may not have been begun spontaneously. Left your curiosity? Good. You accompany me to the Hall of Flames, where here General Bond has to say upon the matter. Oh, wrong place. See a carbuncle over there. Boing! Nope, that's the way down up here. I do love the fact that I'm now able to jog around. Oh, I'm all the way up in the Alchemist. Wait, that's not the wrong place. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm at the completely wrong spot. Whoops. I got mixed up in my locations. Oopsie doops. I must be more tired than I thought I was. Only one thing to do. I still love how last episode, when I put the sword away in the middle of a cutscene, the little noise sounded. I'm just like, oh god, that killed the tension. Stone dead. Now is not a good time, Mora. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we should discuss, General. Back on your feet already. And I credit my swift recovery to your Kurgerons. My memories of the ride are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain through Thailand. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They're damnably elusive. As well as I can imagine, given the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason they would know the lay of the land. I do not understand how they can all be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several refugees were armed, and not with butler knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry, and need hardly add that such equipment is costly. Nor can deny the tensions between the old Occidental and refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to produce arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single guild to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flame? Surely they would sooner sell weapons than bring them to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well, my point, General, is that this is a powder keg of discontent that was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now must be restored. That is my first duty. Until that's done, any investigation can wait. I don't have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. That's the problem. General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without necessary proof that the riots were instigated by outside forces, Montrose would accuse him of attempting to shrink with responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Zora. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries into settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at our request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. You mean me stoically nodding at him? I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup, share our findings. Well then, shall we? Indeed. That's what they say, Aura, do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were the information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there's some wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited for the task than a regiment. Very well, the Brass Blades report suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. Just to begin by speaking to the blades posted there. That's out near Blackbrush. Oh, I remember that area. That was like where some of my very first quests were. I think likewise I was investigating someone within the Blades who was causing problems. Hut-two. Hey guys. Brings adventures for refugees? Well, then you come to the right place. You mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people lost us have come to accept their situation and are content to pass the days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like the merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say it was sad to see him go. So the Ziwara, take the means you have the... Someone has read my report. Refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and we're crucially concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't finally get what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He'll explain everything. Wish I could give these guys some of my money. I have a ton of it, so... I mean, I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon, you're not a flame, I see. before I bid you to speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows that the flames are on the march. Others have fallen under the fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of a revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! Childish fantasy. Did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized he is by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I have no doubt the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. What are you doing? Don't draw! Don't draw! You run away. Why didn't you run away with me? We could escape together. Then you'd be here. We'd be here to soothe me. Why did you stay here alone? Emotes. Maybe I should have favorited the soothe. There it is. Did that? Who are you? What do you want? It's true, I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. Thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. We split into two groups, sent us off on our own. When the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leaders tried to parley with theirs, but they started arguing, then fighting. Then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Refugees are hiding in a cave south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They will sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen. The twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody stealth swords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent vanished during the struggle. If only we'd never listened to the merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if we were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Perhaps then they would agree to lay down their arms and renounce their plot. Well, that's everyone got to make for the point. Is this game, is it? Sorry for pointing you out, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Don't worry, I'm just gonna put you to sleep for a little bit, guys. I'm not murdering you. Oh, these guys look better armed than the refugees. Who are they? I love how, and I will admit, Rose, I do love the three dots because it always means, oh, you know something, but you're not going to tell me, which I do appreciate. I'm like, it was nothing. Oh my, what are we gonna do now? Okay, so I at least stopped another group of refugees from getting themselves killed, but now I just need to find that merchant and then track him back to to Mr. Lalafell, who I may need to punt. Assuming he wasn't actually trying to do something good with this. Turn, did you find them? Twins, what happened? See, well, you had no choice. Better a hand for them to take a beating from you than to get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But what else could it be? Unless he wants a stone's throw to recruit others? Uh-oh. Merchant wished to approach refugees at stone's throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they had the time to stop him from continuing his work, how many more must perish in the pursuit of a fruitless cause? How much more suffering will endure before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Onward, Fluttershy! Stone's throw. No, that's not the bar. Oh, it must be the refugee camp that's right outside the city. Oh yeah, I think I've done a whole bunch of mining in this area. Was that camp always there? Must have been, but whatever. Uh-oh, I think I'm too late. Have you seen my parents? I want to stay with the others. Then they said to be back soon, but it's been days. Half of a man from Olda. The man said they were going to change everything. Make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. Didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry. I got scared. Mister, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for someone stirring up trouble. The man who left my parents? But I don't know where he... Look, that's him! Over there, that's him! Which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Oh, you jerk. Howdy! I'm a warrior of light. You, Getting away. Go get him, mister! Stomach nod. He might be able to run fast, but can he outrun a flying shark? I would love if this was like an actual cutscene of me just chasing the guy on a flying shark. Yes, I can do pew pew with a sword. Howdy. Why are you pursuing me? I know what you're up to. Sedition, treason, revolution, that's preposterous! Put your head of these lies. Refugees, the South refugees who terrorize the streets of Ulta. Ha! Ah, the horn. That would actually be really cool if my horns could shoot lasers. No evidence to prove your accusations? None. I will not accompany you to Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of the argument, say I did do the things you claim. Sure you don't think I give Queen's ass about politics. It was business. Only business. I love how I actually threatened him. It's like, I'm a warrior of light. I've never seen my character look so angry. Oh my god, this cutscene would be so much funnier if he was a Lalafell. Uh-oh. I know what's gonna happen. Oh, no, not the one you want. I swear I'll tell you everything. Oh, no! He's gone, god damn it. Follow the commotion. Seven hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the air. The killer may still be close. Honestly, I have never seen my character look so angry before. You can actually see how the animation is evolving as the patches go on. I like it. Hold the intro. We know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the event leading to his death. Someone was responsible for the recent riots? Mayhap we owe the murderer a debt of gratitude. Oh yeah, it would be so funny if it was a lava fell. It's like, I'm grinning angrily at your shins. Okay, so it's obvious you are not the one we seek. You may carry on a big investigation. Scion? Ah, great. Well, there goes my only lead, unfortunately. The only thing I have now is an archer. And I'm assuming, of course, my character does not know that the other guy was talking about revolution. My question is still, though, was he actually meaning it to be a revolution, or just a way to, like, wipe up a bunch of the migrants? Questions? Zora? What news, Zora? Where is the merchant? Murder? Damn it all to seven hell. It's not simply murder, or he was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Not despair, though, we may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of the riots than you realize. I hope so, buddy. Revolution. Uh-oh. Hopefully the Sultana's not going to be inflamed. Flame General left word that you are to proceed to the fragment chamber as soon as you return. You wish to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the result of our own investigation. Master Alphanet has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Pomeroy with all haste and speak to Barthaba. Bartholomew. Maybe I used up all the luck on the lottery last night. I didn't win, but I did get third place for the first time, which actually got me 50,000 MG points, which was nice. I've only ever gotten fourth place once or twice, so quite the step up. Oh boy, I have a really bad feeling about what's going to happen here. Detecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. Oh wow, what do you know? Quest complete. Even star. Are the other jerks here?
Has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination.
That's unfortunately fair.
Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters.
Oh shit, that is not good.
It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill?
I don't.
It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed.
Oh, isn't that the place where the multiplayer battles happen?
There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day.
And they want to put the refugees there. That's interesting.
Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations.
Yeah, front lines. I would have participated, but I can't because I'm free trial.
In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless, bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort.
Jeez.
And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
I really want to punt this guy now, just like off that cliff potentially. See how far I can get him to fly.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
Ay, ay, ay.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
Jeez. Let's just get rid of him, take all his money.
The less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
I want to punt him so badly.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Omega.
Pardon?
An Alagon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon.
Oh, not again.
Larger. We know not. It has yet to be fully excavated.
Omega. Oh,
Alagon
jeez.
inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself.
Oh, boy, I'm gonna... Oh, boy, I didn't let my brother know about this. Oh boy, this is not gonna go well.
Might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
Oi.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Why do we keep finding these things?
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged.
That's fair.
However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
I'm just kind of imagining a Lalapel piloting that thing.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Yeah, way far more reaching. Now we have another Ultima weapon style thing to deal with. Nothing is ever simple in this goddamn city. And I think my kid Droga just fell on his face. Should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. If you have best interest to learn more of the military activities in disputed territories, fortunately you are already well positioned to do so, Lieutenant Entry. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Kotaru. Hey, bro! And no, this city is not calm. This city is just a problem all the time. Go on, well, this is no place for children. I'm sorry. Oh, it's the kid from the refugee camp. Oh, that's right. We never found out what happened to his parents. Gee, thanks, bro. It most certainly is not. Yes, as long as you ignore its entire history, including the zombie plague, I will not remind everyone. I'm still wearing Hildebrand's outfit, so yes, I am still very much remembering the zombie plague that we briefly averted. Which was mostly Hildebrand's mother kicking Gilgamesh into the wall. You know this girl. Oh yeah, I was talking to her before the merchant got shot in the chest. He's visited Stone's Throw as well, I see. Find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I could go several places they might be. If you like, I can go and look for them together. Really? You help me look, mister? Oh, yes, but first you must need to finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by the pillar over there? We require but a moment. I like how good he is with kids. Thanks, mister. I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Modamji will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an Aether-starved primal, ever dealing with an Ashian would be preferable for this charade. Honestly, yeah. Can we just go back to hitting the shadowy guy in the face with the power of friendship? I'd really like to do that again. Sometimes I fear Minfili is too ambitious. We rush hither, and you in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. expanding the scions, maybe? So good with kids. Meanwhile, he's literally 16. That's fair. Oh, it doesn't feel yet. I have. This is something I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation as Tweleswood has taken a turn for the worse. I would explain in detail once you arrive. Of course. Better not be Omega. Tweleswood, and the prival that you spoke of before has been confirmed. So you've noticed reports of excellent activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Aura. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedent over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the Antecedent that while I'm grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am all more capable of protecting myself. Weren't you stabbed like less than a day ago? Or were you just like hit over the head with a frying pan? At which point someone really needs to tell Hildebrand's mother to stop hitting people with a frying pan. Oh. Hello? Okay, that was very weird. Stories we tell. And bloop. Bloop. Boing. 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 I wouldn't actually be at all surprised if I do have to fight Ramu now, because he's just been, like, hanging out for, like, the past, like, 44, like, the past, like, 30 streams or something. It's like he was summoned, I got his crystal from one of the uncorrupted sylphs, and I just never heard word of him again. So, it wouldn't be surprising if it was there. We see you healthy and here are. Our latest news from Uldar was most disturbing. I just pointed at her. Clearly, only an internet often suffer was his ego. Doubtless, it will heal ere long. Other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you're ready to begin, I will summon them now. Alright, let's go. We should discuss the latest threat to the rise in the Black Shroud. Do. Thank you for responding to the call with such haste. Rest assured, I have not summoned, if not urgent, business then. I received most disturbing news from the Order of the 12 Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called for their revered guardian, the Primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have. Then it is not certain. The Elder Seats here informed us the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levelin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, Antecedent, but the fact need not contradicts the elemental's testimony. Unlike his most bellicose courtiers, Guru and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs of their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. What? Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, surely we wouldn't have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I'm pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon, you foresaw this eventuality, did not prevent it! I told Palomino, I suppose I could have reported things to Ophelia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around their territory. They already summoned Ramu once after the calamity, but that was because the Galeans came tramping through the forest. And so long as Castrum Orleans stand, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Yed and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, I did not see. Wait, strangers? Uh-oh. Is the merchant causing problems in the Black Shroud, too? Well, accounts, recent violence in Uldar drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of trees. It is like the Sylphs perceive this panicked migration as yet another invasion and quicken their efforts to summon their god. I am Put in mind a titan like a bolt. Once again, it is an affair of men which has paved the way for our primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Azuria would be without the civilized influence of mankind. Be that as it may, the regrettable development does afford a unique opportunity. Aura, through your dealings with the selves of Little Souls, you once succeed in preventing an ultimate conflict with Gradina. I wonder, might the one who is treated with the self so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu could be convinced of our intentions, it may be a first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. Fond hope, were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can... Let's continue discussion anon. We must first need to consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. Elder Cetiar has requested your personal involvement, Aura. Pray report to Commander Hillanox at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Seal yourself for the worst. I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter. Experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levlin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. It does make sense they would call on me though, given how I was the one who dealt with Good King Mughal the 12th, or whatever order of words those names was in. I run. Good King Mughal, the one and only. Yes, except for the other one that I have to fight on extreme difficulty, but I can't because I can't find a party because no one does the extremes anymore, and I am not yet at level 70, which means that I cannot do missions unsynced on my own. Century has arrived, it is most anticipated. The appearance of the Prime was ever cause for alarm and unease. Immense and ready for any eventuality. I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do snuff out the way. I'll shoot you over. We speak with you first. Oh, that's fair. That is fair, Thomas. Or, bro, I could probably just ask you for help with that if need be. Ah, that's right, your computer. Fair enough, yeah. Opinion, your diplomatic rather than material skills may serve our cause with inferred explanation to our leader. Pray make your way to the altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the lotus stand. Yes, you will have all the powers of a high-end PC. Meanwhile, I will still be playing on PS5, at least for the foreseeable future. Other signs have arrived, sir. May I show you in? Okay. Still, the one thing I regret about every time I come into this place, I can't climb on the table. Let me be a menace to tables. Oh. Maybe. I haven't had much luck with using controller on the computer in the past, though, but maybe.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty.
Glad I could be of assurance, especially because I currently have King Mughal's sword and Titan's shield. I'm not sure what part of him I grabbed, but
to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest.
That would be funny.
Words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were
Titan's butt protects me.
From Little Souls.
I wish Angel had been here for that. Honestly, bro, you actually missed it. When I was going through the quest to, like, go fight Leviathan, there was a moment in the cutscene where I put away the sword, and you can still hear the Moogle sound effects in cutscenes. It killed all the tension of the cutscene, and it just never recovered.
Our guest informs us that the sylphs, too, have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands.
Most likely.
Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided.
I hope so.
Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
Certainly. Me, stoic nod.
Has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
I will do what I can. Stoic nod.
You have my thanks. Pray make for little solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
Okie dokie.
An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands Veorzia shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Thanks for the warning. Though knowing me, things are still going to be a problem anyway. Actually, I'm kind of curious. How close am I to Heaven's Ward at this point? Nah, they're not Warriors of Light. Plus, at least I do agree for them in this one instance. It is probably better for me to handle the creepy god thing that possesses people, since I can't be possessed. At least not yet. I don't know if that'll be a story thing later, but we'll see. At some point, I also really need to do the society quest, because they're interesting, and I think that they could actually give me mounts that would actually cost a lot of money, because I need to spend money at some point. 10 centuries? Told to expect you. I understand you're to go treat with the Primal Ramuh himself, an unbelievable task, but one which no doubt you are well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak. They might to ascertain a location where the Lord of Levin might be found. But ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Ooh. Devlin an impression. Oh, the puns. I love the puns. There's just so many puns. Oh, I'm in the middle of 2.3, so I still have a bit left. Does it go all the way up to 2.9, or is the highest one like 2.5 or 2.4? Okay, so it goes to 2.5. So I am making progress. And brother, I will continue to try and keep you updated, because I know you said you wanted to watch me do something during the 2.5. Desiccation, don't imagine it'll be much longer. Let me guess, they're captured. This one returns with good tidings. The wise ones have finished searching, have wisely identified the precise locations where the touched ones summoned Order Mu. Sounds impeccable, my fluttery friend. Maybe is it so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow scions? It will be a pleasure waking one. Please, please come with this one. Quest accepted! I keep forgetting that I can actually move while mounting now. Actually, that's right, bro. Did you know about that change? You can actually move while getting on your mount now. So you don't have to just stand in place constantly. Yes, I agree with that 100%. And I'm sure you also heard about the fact that now, after you are done sprinting, your character will start jogging, which will be slightly faster than just normal walking until you enter combat. Wise ones venture deep into the Sylphlands. This one must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. Surprised you're able to get through so easily. Yep. I also managed to get every single mount from the Moogle event, including my magical bed. This has got to be by far the derpiest mount I have so far, but I love it. Yes. Because now my character can finally take a nap rather than just running in circles, as Angel says. I'm sorry, this one can't go further. Draw too close to the Order of Moon. This one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. So this one may say farewell for now. Walking one, fun one's not far from here. Go to south, go in safety, walking one. That's more west than south, but okay. Hey guys, what's happening? So it's actually you, I'm relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. Square, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics. It is a wonder I'm able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, this is quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on your Stoll's face when one impersonating you suddenly showed up. It's quite enough, Papa Mayo. Hey, my apologies, it's not like me to ramble stuff. Anyway, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area. I'm pleased to say that I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetherites. Come, or the Lord of Levlin awaits. You know, I actually forgot that these guys had their own Aetherite crystal. Also, look, I now have my own go-kart. Okay, I'm not fighting that thing that's a melt, because I'm sure it's probably an elite enemy that I'll need a party of people to fight, but onward we go.
Betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Oh, he does not sound happy. They're purple now. That's their attack. Not to be confused if they're blue now. That's my attack from Undertale. I have a bad feeling he is not going to be open to friendly communication, unfortunately. Digging that beard, though.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
So he does now.
I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult.
He sounds more angry than he was described earlier.
Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man.
Yeah, the Empire crossed
Turn
bounds.
to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's wrong about that part, unfortunately.
Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Stoic not. Oh? My crystal.
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee.
This is interesting.
Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
Oh. Well, that's the first I've heard of that.
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial.
Oh, that figures.
If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee.
Oh, that's actually interesting, though.
Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Okay, no pressure or anything. And he's gone.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Okay. Still, at the very least, he's much more amicable than any of the other Titans. Sorry, Primals.
Angers, it is rare indeed to find you so far from at home.
Oh.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady.
Nice to see you, buddy.
I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
I'd be okay with that, I think. Stoic nod. I blame Thanacred for this, just the whole stoic nod thing. the fact that he lampshaded that at like in the middle of the 1.2 patch. The striking tree, hard. Why does it signify that it's a hard difficulty when there's no normal difficulty? I don't get it. Whatever. I definitely unselected that, but whatever. Striking tree. Now the question is, how long will it take for me to form a party? Will it actually be less than 5 minutes? Or will I be sitting here for 3 hours? Only time will tell, but first, I shall take a relaxing nap to prepare. Oh! Well, that was a quick cat nap. Assuming everyone, of course, joins the battle. Do, 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 do. Come on, Come on, last tank. You can join. I believe in you. I believe in you. Ah. 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 Because we'll just keep flying around on my bed and hopefully get another party to form. Hopefully everyone else didn't leave after that failure, though. I'll keep it in mind. Maybe send it over text as well so I don't forget it. Whee! Actually, this is another quick question. Is this... yeah, they are usually randomly matched. Actually, I think that's part of the problem with getting people to do the, what quest was it? The Odin quest, is that because it's not part of any duty, no one really signs up for it. And I think that was also a problem with the Coil of Bahamut quest, because, I don't know, I sat in the turn 1 duty for like an hour and almost no one joined, so I'm assuming that they're not part of any roulettes. Perfect, thank you. I might have to take you up on that, bro, just because I want to see the story and do all the content. Oh, it's too difficult? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. That is actually a question. I do wonder why they have certain duties that just aren't part of roulettes. Is it because they're too difficult, or because people just generally don't like them aside from like story elements, which you don't really do roulettes for? I don't know. Given how they are apparently a key part of the story, though, I'm surprised that Square Enix hasn't at least added like some sort of like NPC support for people that can't like get like a match with people. I can understand it's probably harder with more people, but yeah. That is also fair. With the extremes, with the extreme battles, it does make some sense. I don't know. I guess I just might need to rely on you for some of these missions, though, at some point in the future. Assuming we can do them on the free trial, and I don't have to be like full trial to actually do them. But if so, I can wait until I inevitably get the full trial. In the meantime, tumble, 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 tumble. Yes, the power of Stormblood. I love how it says you can't fly any higher when you can definitely still fly up like another 30 feet. That's good to know. Come on, game. I just want to be able to fight the God of Lightning. I love how I found the party in like under 20 seconds, and then now it's been like 6 minutes and just no one else has joined. I guess it is kind of late on a Sunday night, so... yeah. Well, hey, just because they blew up the world at the end of 1.0 doesn't necessarily mean that everything in the later versions is going to be perfect. Square Enix may be the masters of recovering from really stupid decisions, but that doesn't mean even the recoveries are always flawless. Oh, after Dawn Trail, there's been a drop in players. That I am aware of. Oh, great. There might be a healer now that doesn't join. I'm just hoping that after Dawn Trail, they might increase the speed of content drops, because apparently that's a concern of some people. Well, hopefully they will address that in the future. Again, Square Enix is good at addressing their failures, but... oh, good music. We shall see. Maybe they should just hire more people to help them. Or to work for them. Hopefully. Alright, let's see how many times I die. Which will hopefully be none, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so... thankfully I have the power of rocks on my side, and everyone knows rocks are immune to lightning. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Oh, trust me, I found, I did find Ultima's song on Spotify, and I now listen to that sometimes. Stabule. Oh, I got zapped by that too. Oh, away from everyone. There we go. I agree, Leviathan's music was really banging. Oh, avoid the people with the lightning around. God, this battlefield is becoming kind of cluttered. Oh, there's actually another enemy over here. This music is just haunting. The radiance of the judge. Judgment Bolt. Now that's an interesting attack. I'll show the fight that it takes. Causality. Thunderstorm. There's knives. Me, my arbiters. Oh. I don't know what I have to do for this. Stay away from them, get closer to them. Assuming if it was get closer, the person would be moving closer to me. I'll get the electric orb. Thank you for that. Only 3, gotcha. Yeah, I got more than 3, I think. Oh well, I got it done. Okay, good to know for future. Oh, we taught him this lesson, old man. And everyone left me ahead of time. Because I wanted to watch the dramatic cutscene. And I don't think I got anything from that battle. Okay, getting 3 gives me a super buff against it.
I have taken thy measure.
For Northbound.
Light.
Oh. Oh. It's like the soul from the Leviathan, the guy that got eaten by Leviathan.
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Not ominous or anything.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
It seems like it was actually what he wanted. How do we get down from here?
Witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians.
I am not a Dragoon currently. I'm not jumping off the mountain.
At the rising
okay, that's fair. I would survive with at least 1 HP. Unless I'm in combat, at which point I'll just die. There was one time I tried to jump off a cliff to get away from higher level enemies, not realizing that I was still in combat, even though I never took out my weapon. So I died, and I'm like, wait, what? That is most likely fair, especially people that have been playing much longer than 222 hours, because yes, I have somehow already racked up that much time in the game. Challenge you to a test of arms? Actually, let me check real quick. It is, yeah, 226 hours. You're welcome, and sorry for that brief pause in the stream. It should be back to normal now. Well then, as experience with such matters. But people's Gardenia and Little Souls will be relieved to hear the level and accepted you as the Forest Champion of Peace. Profess a monumental duty today. All those seats here must be informed of your deeds at once. You wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Yes, I will say, as much as I enjoy like leveling up the classes and kind of exploring them, and still have a lot of classes just to unlock in the first place, I have no idea how you managed to get all of them to level 50 before moving on. Especially the freaking okay, the crafting classes aren't actually that bad, because if you do the crafting for the Grand Company every day, it actually gives you a lot of experience points for it, usually enough for at least 1 or 2 levels, especially if you give them a high quality item. But it still would take you quite a lot of time to do it, especially if you're on the free trial like me, because then I don't have access to the market board, so I can't get a lot of the random, really rare materials that you need to just craft random recipes. That, I believe, because I leveled up my miner pretty quickly in this one by just giving them the daily required chunks of ore. But now I can't do the dailies because I'm not far enough along.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without.
That's fair.
It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees.
Yeah.
Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest.
To be fair, all of you are still recovering from literally having the world, incredibly damaged and huge chunks of it destroyed by an evil god of destruction that was stuck in a moon. Anyone can understand why things are hard right now. Honestly, I wish I could do more.
As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done.
You are welcome.
Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Any chance you can help with the refugee crisis over in Ul'dah?
Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
Wonder if she's talking about what's going to happen in Heaven's Ward.
Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Oh, I thought we were going to actually get like a little cutscene of something playing out. That sounds another daunting mission, eh, Aura? I hope Lord Ramuh would be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless I can admire the adroitness in which you responded to the primal sudden challenge. It seems that Unigrator 2 was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Aura? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder lessons of the day? Alright, that's all the way back in Mordoa. I vanished. Yep, no problem. No problem, bro. Sorry to interrupt your studying. Hope you had fun. I shall keep you posted on more Final Fantasy nonsensing things. Though maybe I will at least unlock some of the other classes before I continue with the main story. Cool, glad you had fun. Enjoy the studying, if that is a possibility. You're so close, bro. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm not gonna get all the level 50, but maybe I'll unlock at least a few more before I get started. Welcome back. What of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you? Yep. Good luck, have fun. If Fane's journey is my own, but Unber's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of Lord Levwyn, our companion learned what struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of agents' immortality. Let us assemble and discuss the observations together. Bye. Oh. Why, hello there, everyone. What are we doing tonight?
If everyone is ready, let us begin.
Indeed, let us begin.
Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
Yeah.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension.
Yeah, he became
the
immortal.
Etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Oh.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
That's actually probably a good idea.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
Nice.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Glad to see they're finally putting this all in like a cutscene to fully explain it for everyone.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
I wonder if that means. I wonder if it's possible to summon two Ifrits at the same time. It also didn't mention the fact that the two spirits can talk to each other.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Onto the shore?
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them.
I wonder if that's where Hydaelyn exists.
The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
The Anacron intruding on the cutscene.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan.
Ah.
If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
Ah, that's interesting.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul.
Yeah.
Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
We certainly know more than we did before.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
I still have concerns.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
See ya, buddy. Oh, jeez. What is this? Kingdom Hearts? Everyone has their own throne? Lord of Levelin is returning to the Aether, as was Leviathan before him. Well, they're both made by Square Enix. Just, okay, who was copying whose homework? Ruse acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, Heidelin servant grows mightier by the day. Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. Several times have the masters survived the rejoining, but their souls are growing weak and waning. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted to forge the final key. Is he saying that he wants me to get stronger because that's what he wants? I am so confused. That is a task to which we bend our every effort. La Habrea. Yep. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken Azoria's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hand shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. And then I can kick the god in the face and we can get on with our lives. What on earth is that thing? Well, that's definitely the end of that part of it. That's definitely the end of that patch. The question is, what shall I do now? Honestly, I'm feeling kind of tired. Oh! I wasn't aware that we were having a dance party. Oh, I have 5 quests left for that one. Okay, good to know. Well, that actually makes sense, as I didn't have an achievement. Thank you, Rose. Though, I am feeling kind of tired, so I think that will be a good place to stop for tonight. I learned a lot of information. I'll have plenty of time to digest it. And I'm sure Angel will be just like, now that we have to deal with Omega instead of Ultima. So... oh, hold on. I'm taller, so mine's bigger. Alright. But I think I will end the stream there. Okay, I'm quite tired. But I do wish to say thank you for everyone for joining me. I hope that you had fun and enjoying all the things to do. But I must be going. So without further ado, good night, Internet.